So we've got the Grand Trunk set up for the first time today. We're still waiting on our tree straps to come in, so nobody needs to send me comments about paracord hurts trees. I get it. We just don't have our straps in yet. And we're going to be taking these out. They come with a real heavy S-hook and super heavy cord. We're going to be taking those out and running some whoopee slings through there so we have a little bit more adjustment. But out on our hike today, Trail Sparrow trotted out. What do you think?
It was good.
And this will be Chickadee's maiden hang. They're nice little hammocks if nobody's checked them out before. Grand Trunk, yep. UltraLight, 12 ounces, 20 bucks. You really can't go wrong. Certainly it takes a little bit getting used to being in a hammock. We're going out on our first trip next week for just a one-night overnight on Labor Day, I think. We'll give it a try. Turtle's still waiting on his coming in. He's boycotting chickadees. He's not going to get in.
Isabel, stop. I'm trying to stop.
Until his shows up. Turtle's got the camouflage coming. Trail Sparrow's got what color? Blue. And I've got a Eno double nest coming in. So you can see she's pretty straight in that right now. Probably going to want to set her shoulders over a little bit more just to get a flatter lay. Anybody that hasn't been, oh, look out, Sparrow. Anybody that hasn't been before in a gathered end hammock, chickadee, you lay just straight end to end. You see, if you hang kind of like a bunch of bananas, the droop that you've got there, if we were staying overnight, we'd certainly move those up a little bit. Or for just checking these out, you can see the droop that she's got there. It's awfully uncomfortable. But in a gathered in hammock, you lay, it's what they refer to as Brazilian style, where your shoulders are on one side and she can actually cook her feet over a little bit more. These will work for summer hammock and for just laying. You always want your feet a little bit higher than your head. That might be a little too different. Her head might be a little bit low, but you can see how nice and straight her back is. How's it for comfort?
Oh, it's great.
Definitely going to be a great hammock for us at 12 ounces to be able to just take out if we want a little break on the trail. Whether we go with these for our ultimate sleep setup, I'm not going to know for sure. It's a pretty nice view. The War Bonnet Blackbird is certainly the way to go, but at $200 it just didn't work for us right now. We're actually using the, let's see, did you bring your sleeping bag? For a summer weight sleeping bag, I know it's sacrilege, but we went to the big box store and bought these. It's a 75 by 33. They come in their own stuffed sack. They weigh just 1.5 pounds. Rated for 40 degrees. We've used ours around the house a little bit. She's actually never had it in the hammock because it's our first time. But take a look and see how that's going to fit in your hammock with you. I think they pack down so small, and at that price point, because we've got 4 of us to set up, these are just $40. They do make a down that's a little bit more expensive, but being in East Tennessee, it's so moist, we wanted the synthetic. And the down only comes in a mummy bag, and we didn't really care for the mummy bag. I think what we will do is use it like a quilt, probably zip up the bottom of it to about here to make a foot box, and put that down, put our feet down inside of it. The rest of it will just pull over us as a quilt. As soon as we get a little bit more serious about it, we'll certainly be picking up some Enlightened equipment, Prodigy, I think, with the ClimaShield Apex. But those are 1.5, I think. Definitely that'll be our first step for underquilts. We're getting down to about 50 degrees right now, the overnight 60, and from what I hear, anything under 60 we're certainly going to want an underquilt. So we'll pick up the ClimaShield, probably go straight to a 20-degree bag, and that'll get us 4 season coverage here. When we can afford to, we may go with some lighter weight, but I think we'll run the 20-degree underquilts when we need underquilts, and then when we can get away with it, we'll just sleep with nothing. We'll use these Ozark trails as long as we can, as soon as we can afford it. Then we'll switch to the top quilts from Enlightened Equipment. Chad at Sticks Blog has reviewed them thoroughly and has nothing but good stuff to say about them, so we'll certainly try those. But it looks like that works okay for you, huh, Chickadee?
I could definitely take a nap.
All right. So we're going to finish our hike for today. Turtle, did you really pull out your electronics already?
5 bars up here.
He said he wants to come back here because we get better reception standing here in the woods than he gets sitting in the little middle of our living room. But we'll probably cut most of this out. If you're watching our hike review, we'll probably put the hammock review over as a separate little bit. So check out that. We'll check in with you a little bit later.